Let's see. Hi, everybody. I have a little mock mini setup here. I'm not 100% sure what's being seen or heard or not. There's construction going on outside. My son is playing a video game after going to the bookstore. So, drinks. I believe it is what 7-ish. It should be like 7-ish, I think, East Coast time. And because of that, it's still like 9-ish here. I'm double fizzing. This is to still get me through my day. This is because I wanted to have drinks with you. So you never know what cup's going to pop up here. This is a vanilla latte. It's fresh. It's super hot. So I'm going to finish that for sure. I wanted to come on because we just can't stop ourselves, can we, out in the Fairfield harbors? So I wanted to hop on because I have a lot on my heart today as we saw the announcement for the open house get posted on Facebook, I guess is where I actually saw the invite. I didn't get an email about it or anything. I heard that it went out through FH Mail, which isn't a whole lot of people. So who knows how it went out and to whom it went to, but thank you to those that posted it on Facebook for the rest of us to see. That was super nice of you. It does a lot of things to my heart. I'm reading this book right now called The War of Art. It's by Steven Pressfield. It's an older book. It's maybe 150, 200 pages in print, and it is on audio, maybe a 2-hour read if you listen to it on 1 speed. He talks in that book about resistance a lot. The whole first part of the book is about resistance and the ways in which we feel resistance, why resistance is important, because it shows us the things that are important to us, the things that we fear, the things that we love. When he actually draws a correlation in the resistance section to love and resistance being directly relational to one another, meaning the more you love something and the more that thing, that person, that project, that what have you plays with your emotions about where you live, who you're friends with, who's part of your family, the more resistance we feel when those things start to change in ways that we feel we have no control over. And I literally finished reading that last night and woke up today to this open house announcement for the Harbour Club. And it made me feel all the things, okay? Because I can tell you that a lot of the resistance that both sides are feeling is because of how much we love where we live. We love the neighbors in which we live with, and we love North Carolina. And it really bothers us to see. I hope you're not hearing this entire video game behind me. We love it so much that we want what's best for it. And when what we feel is best for it does not correlate. Hey, Joshua, when what we feel like is not happening in its best interest, we start to push back, we start to resist. And we have so much resistance right now in our community, on Facebook, on all the places, right? And so, Justin, we're just talking about the new Fairfield Harbour Club announcement and the open house that's coming out. So 1 second. Be right back. Thank you so much. Oh my God. Thank you. Jeff Bezos knows how to even find me here. So what I was saying was, we care so much, all of us, those that are for the Harbour Club, those that are against the Harbour Club, we care so much. And because we care so much, that's where we're meeting all of this resistance. And part of this resistance is lack of communication, right? So I'm going to go through a couple of things and just highlights, right? This has been going on. And if you go back to the videos that were posted, I think it was May last year, there was Phil and Bill and the whole mansplaining crew did a whole video series. I think it was 3 or 4 videos of them explaining what last year had been a 19-year effort of this Harbour Club in the making. So way before Florence, right? Florence happened and we knew we lost what was the then Shoreline Club and the pool that was there. And that was being torn down, I think in 2020. But prior to that, like 2005, 20 years ago now, because these articles were coming out in 23, 24, saying it was 19 years ago. And so for us, this has been 20 years in the making. We've been living in Fairfield Harbor for about 5 years, maybe almost 4 years, 5 years. It doesn't matter. Not long enough, obviously. But I will tell you that the time that we have been in this community, this club, this Harbour Club, has been the single point of dissent and angst and fear and loathing in our community since we moved in. It was the number one thing that was talked to us by the people that invited us to move into Fairfield Harbor when we moved. Hey, we just got this letter. There's this survey that came out. You should ask Jennifer if you can get the survey to fill it out while you're moving in. Like, that was the first thing that we did when we got here. Hi, Colton. And so for me, I just find it really hard to believe that we have continued to just gone down this path in the way in which we have, which has led to more pain and harm than it needed to be real honest. So we have both sides, right? Both sides, all sides. Everybody has an opinion. They're going to differ, but we have these, I want to have my voice heard. I don't feel like I've been heard. Then we have the people that have said, I've been working on this project for 19 to 20 years. Stay in your lane. We already had a plan. I'm going to execute this plan, right? They believe that what they are doing is correct. The people that want to have their voice heard, me included in that group, just bring us up to speed. Get us to where we're on a single footing, right? That's all we want. How am I going to get my boat in the water from the boat launch? Conversely, we're going to have weddings and all these other things. It's going to be such a great amenity for the community. Amenity being something that is a value add, right? That we paid for to add value to our community. But yet there are so many questions about how that amenity will be used in and amongst the other amenities, AKA the boat launch, and the other things that are around that area, the people that walk the trails, all of that fun stuff. There is a lot of questions about how we use these amenities together without creating disvalue or devalue someone else's wedding day, someone else's birthday party, someone else's retirement party or anniversary, or whoever's having a concert that night. We want to be able to use these things and get along and add value to the community. But there are so many questions. My big thing is space. We have a community center. It's brand new. We paid like, what, $7 million or something crazy for it. And it doesn't even hold the whole community. It just doesn't. The whole community is just, hi, Chris. The whole community is just left out. And I will say that, let me just add this to the thing. Oh, no, wrong. Oh, yeah, here we go. This invite that came out. We have been screaming from the rooftops literally, that people can't come to the board meeting. The board meetings are so not well attended because people work. Have the meetings at a time that people don't work. People work. Every time you say, why are the board meetings not well attended? People work. People volunteer. A lot of people in our community are retired, but they volunteer during the day. We have kids in school. We have a huge children's population in our community now. They're in school, whether they're homeschooled, whether they're going to a brick and mortar school, what have you. People are busy during the day. They are not available. And yet we've made that month after month after month after month after month after month after month. That's why we asked for the open board meetings, the recorded board meetings, so that people, while they could not attend in person, could attend and hear the recording, the intent. It's much easier to understand the intent of what was said, how it was said, in what context it was said, when we can hear and be a part of the meeting, even post live, right? In retrospect, if we're part of the retro crew, like I am all the time. So we want to be a part of the community, be a part of the meetings, but we cannot attend live when those meetings are during the week at 9 a.m. It just can't happen. But what I find astounding, because we have this conversation over and over and over again, is that we have this big grand opening celebration happening to open and christen and have everybody get super excited about this Harbour Club. And there are going to be 3 options to come and get your free tickets. That's great. Free tickets. The options to come pick up your tickets on a first come, first served basis are Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of the first week of December, the week after Thanksgiving, 2 weeks before Christmas. They are 2 days during the day. I think the first day, December 2nd, is a Tuesday. It's 12:30 to 2, so lunchtime-ish. December the 3rd, 10 to noon. And December the 4th, which is the Thursday, 5 to 7. So for people that get off work at 5, and then they come into the harbor, drive down Broad Creek, they get home maybe 5:30. They've got kids to feed. They've got homework to do because school is not out at that time. They have things to do and likely will not be able to come and get tickets. Or by the time they get there, tickets will be gone because they were on a first come, first served basis. Now, let me stick with me here. So this Harbour Club is for the community, but yet there are only 124 tickets being given away at each of these 3 ticket offerings. So 124 times 3, if my math is correct, is 372. I think it's funny that this, and I'm all about the words that we use. The words that we use, our words are important. This thing says that 124 tickets will be available at each of these 3 times, right? Isn't that what it says at the bottom? It says approximately 124. So maybe there's 124. Maybe there's more. It's approximate. Who's to know what approximate is? But we know what the fire code is, right? We know how many people can fit in there. What's the number of tickets that you're going to hand out at each of these 3 events? There should be no approximate, unless they are assuming that approximate is that if 124 tickets don't be given out on the first day, that they will have more than that on the second day, and then they will continue to roll. That's the only thing I can figure. But then the party is on Friday night. Again, after people have worked or volunteered all day, they come home. And then in addition to, give me one second, in addition to, I know for a fact that's too loud. What's that thing called, Cole? Sonos. Sorry, we have a Sonos speaker and the remote control is on my phone. Anywho, the train of thought. We have tickets to get, right? And then we're on a Friday night. The other thing that I was going to say is that we will then be asking on Friday night for a lot of other people to be coming into the neighborhood, because we have to have babysitters, because there are only 2 tickets per home. There's nothing about kids being invited on this thing, which only 2 tickets per home. I'm assuming it will be the adults in the house going, but we have to have babysitters for these kids that are going to be staying at home. So there will be more people coming into our community. It equates to being what, 186 total homes. Let's say that every home on average has 2 people, and you have the 372 total tickets divided by 2. That is 186-ish. Let's say some singles come. We have a lot of single people in our community. Let's say some singles come. 186 to 200 homes will be present. We have 2,700 plus homes in our community. So this is a very small, like 1% of our community is going to be able to come to this open house. There should be multiple open houses if this is the case. There should be, and I know that I'm not the events club, and I thank the events club for stepping up and planning what I am sure will be a wonderful night. But I think for those of us that have been fighting to have our voice heard, that will have questions that still have not been answered in 2 years about the Harbour Club, and then it's open house coming up, may the odds be ever in your favor if you are able to get tickets and go. I hope it's a wonderful night. I hope you enjoy. It's just not for the community. It screams it's not for the community when tickets are being given out when a majority of the community work and or at school, and or the event itself is immediately after work on a Friday night and other things have to be put into place. It just that we couldn't have the grand opening on like a Saturday or a Sunday, make it an all-day event, have like a kids section outside, do some face painting, do some balloon animals, like have it all be a whole day thing. Area, come enjoy, have some outdoor heaters, right? Like there was a way to make this an event that would invite the community, create some cohesion, create something that people can get behind and feel that they will be able to be a part of, other than you just taking our money to pay for it. This is not how we do that. It continues to boggle my mind. I say all of this with love, right? Because I'm bothered by it so much because I love our community so much. I don't understand. I want to understand. Help me understand. Don't send me emails from the POA office to my email and say, hey, Emily, I saw your Facebook post. And I just wanted to say to your comment. Either post the comment on Facebook to where everybody can see that it's coming from the office, or have a whole section of it at the board meeting that is recorded and made available for people to watch real time or in retrospect. We are too clandestine in this community with information that really matters. It is, yes, I'm talking about amenities while people overseas are dying of mental illness at an all-time high in America. Yes, because this is important to our community. I'm not part of these other communities. This is what's important. I can't see Macri be smashed, whatever your name is. This is what's important to our community. So if you don't live in Fairfield Harbor in North Carolina, you can feel free to exit stage left. Thank you so much for participating. But I want you to know that I want to end with this because I'm literally, my emotions and my logic are all over the place with this because it just does not make sense. It just does not make sense. But the opposite of hate or of love is not hate. The opposite of love is indifference. And the people that have become indifferent to our board, that have chosen to just throw their hands up because they cannot care anymore about what happens in our community, because they put their houses on the market and sell, driving home values down I have talked to multiple realtors in the past 3 weeks that talk about this new 50-year mortgage option that's come out. And then they talk about how home values in Fairfield Harbor are being driven down because of the new home builds are being built, likely would not stand up to a hurricane, likely would not be able, like they're not graded for these things. And yet the homes that were built withstood Florence, had zero flooding, what have you. Those home values are going down because of the new construction. And because it's saturated. There are so many homes in our community where people have just said, I cannot with this anymore. I'm in my later years. I'm in retirement. I don't want to have to deal with this shit. Like, yes, we don't want, I'm not in my retirement years and I don't want to deal with this shit. I want to enjoy our community. I want to enjoy my neighbors. I want us to be able to go to the Harbour Club, spend the afternoon sitting outside, enjoying the day. I want us to be able to plan parties and book clubs and all the things in that place and have enough space for everybody to want to come. That's what it's for. It is the community center. That's what we have created here. And it's just not starting out that way in 3D. Like, it's here, it's live. We are putting people in the building. And it's just all of the questions that have been asked over and over and over again. And I will just share. Let me just remove this from the stage. If you go to the Beacon and you click on, I don't know, like this Harbour Club update, like the second one from the top. This is from my phone, so I'm hoping that you're able to see it. But when we had the meeting where they showed us the plans for these, right? And they talked about all the rumors that were going around, the vote. This is where the Harbour Club was going to be. They actually talked about 3 main elements of this campus: the clubhouse. They talked about it being planned as a multi-purpose facility for plays, conventions, meetings, concerts, catering kitchen, wedding venues, ballroom, a bar, and administrative space. Then they talked about an amphitheater that was for outdoor enjoyment, movies, bands, be graded, bring your golf cart, your chairs, your blankets, food vendors, mobile food vendors, golf cart parking. It'll be wired for sound permanently, and a community pool. This location is across the street on the old tee box overlooking the lake. Kiddie pool and shaded areas for relaxation, picnics, and enjoyment are proposed. Lap lanes included and walk-in capability. This was just a Beacon article in 2024, October. I think it was updated. Posted October 1st, updated October 4th. There was a pool originally contemplated here. And then we went on. Bill shared his goals, the 10 goals of the Harbour Club. Catering kitchen, which would not compete with the restaurant. Low maintenance building, handicap accessible, talked about the wind rating and hurricane rating, flood rating. We fulfill community. This was in 2024, a year ago. We have more than 3,500 residents. The clubhouse is designed to accommodate growth. The clubhouse is designed to accommodate growth, which at the time was 3,500 residents. We go on to say, I don't know if it's here, 62 Fairfield Harbour clubs, but we have down here, I think, oh, here it is. Grand Hall, 3,800 square feet. Seating for dinner is 200 capacity. So that's with the tables so that people can sit down and eat a plated dinner. 288 for plays and concerts with portable stages that are a bump out accessible area. Meeting rooms, 2 meeting rooms hold 15 to 16 people. There are other meeting rooms that hold up to 28 people, and large rooms with the hold up to 100 people with options to break out into groups of 40 to 60. And yet we say that we're going to put out 372 tickets for the open house. Will this space, if it was only rated for like 288 plus a band or a stage for a play, will it hold that many people? I don't know. I have questions. I have questions because I just feel like what we said on paper is not what is happening in 3D in real life. And that's just, again, I'm not going to be indifferent about it. I'm not throwing my hands up and I'm not saying to hell with it. They're going to do what they want and that's going to have to just be fine, Emily. I'm not doing that because I care too much. I want to be a part of the community. I want everybody to be able to be part of the community. And I don't want us to have events where we say, oh, we got this big meeting, this big annual meeting that comes up where we have standing room only at the firehouse every year that I've been here, to the point where they close the door and don't let people in when it gets to a certain capacity because we're at fire rating. And yet the rating, what this is showing on paper between the invite and what we had originally planned for and was communicated in the Beacon and in other meetings, we're not doing ourselves any favor in being able to scale to the growth of our community. That's all. It's on paper. Just make it make sense. And I'm not throwing my hands up. I care enough to say it's wrong. I want to know, make it make sense. And don't email me directly and try to answer my questions over email. Put it out for everybody to see. Have the board talk about it in real life. Like, this is what we are hearing. This is what we are seeing. Let us respond now that this building is about to have its doors open. Here's what you can expect in the first 90 days. Here are the final capacities based on the fire inspector and his evaluation of the building. Here's what we're rated for. Here is the max seating capacity at these different levels. And then explain to us how we're going to operationalize it. How are we going to have a wedding with 200 people in that parking lot with how many spaces were in there? I don't remember off the top of my head, not 200, but we have spaces in that parking lot. And then how are the boaters going to get access to the boat launch without ruining someone's wedding? Are we going to turn off that amenity in order to make this one live? Like, what's the plan? We just want to know the plan. I just want to know the plan. And I say we being the collective, me and my husband. We now that it's here, we knew it was coming, it wasn't going away. Help us make it make sense. Help us figure out how we become part of this, how we use it. That's what we want to see. Now that we were paying for it, how do we use it? Don't be indifferent. Ask the questions. If you have questions, if you're angry, if you love it, if you're super excited about it, if you have questions, if you are still anxious about it, bring it up. Bring it up. That's the only way that we're going to make progress together. This is not an us versus them. This is not we've been working on it for 20 years and you just moved in last month, so tough shit. This is, we are a collective, singular community, and we have to begin to operate as such if we're going to get past this. That's all I'm saying. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.